So hello, this is an official tutorial for parents to help you be able to better navigate your students' Google Classroom and also help the students do the same. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to need to go into the email of your student. I've got a student here who's volunteered to help out, so thank you, Greg. So he's going to click on, just click on one of, he's going to go into his email. He went into his email. He's opening up his one of the assignments that's listed in his email. He's going to open up there, okay, and it's going to go into his Google Classroom. And what we're going to show you here is how to go into the Google Classroom. When you open it up, Greg, make sure to change the screen that you're changing to so we can see what updates. Perfect. So he's going into English now, okay? Now, as a parent, if you're trying to figure out ways to track your students' grades, but also to be able to get a sense of like what's missing, how do I support them, all that. You do the following. Greg's going to just go to English here, go to the top and go to the just general page for English class. Okay. So in this case, this is 8th grade English that he's in. Okay. You're going to see at the top of your screen, it says stream classwork people. Can you show them where you go? First of all, in the stream, go to the stream, I think where you have, we're going to go both options of what you can do. Okay. Inside the stream, Greg is able to see what kind of assignments he's got that are coming up. Where do you normally go, Greg?
Usually, for me to see my assignments and me wanting to go into them and see them easy, I'll go into classwork because classwork's easy. It'll list all of your assignments that were due. And the easier way to see when your work was due, if it's missing or not, just go to view your assignments and see I have turned in assignments here and I have some assigned. And you'll see all of the assignments.
So what does it mean when it's missing? Can you just explain? What does it mean typically?
So you have it. So like this one, for example, this one was kind of messed up on me. I forgot to plug it in. So you just got to go to like that. But missing means like, so they don't turn it in a matter of time. So if they have to turn it in before the due date, in which this case, I forgot to turn it in before the 4th. But I just gave her my doc. But anyways.
So can you go back? So go back now to where the original list was. Okay. But you can see then, so here in this case, we've got, but he's turned in a bunch. He's also gotten grades on work, which is really key. When it says assigned, what does that usually mean, Greg?
So the sign means before. So when the sign means it's not missing yet. It's turned in. It's not turned in, but the sign.
It's not due yet.
Yeah, it's not due yet.
It's not due yet.
Well, this assignment is due on December 11th. So
so you have a little bit of time, and it gives you a sense of what you can still do, right? So let's go back to the list if you can. The view your work list that you have. So what the view your work list does is it allows everything to be seen all at once in that class, correct? And then you can track and see what's missing. And so as a parent, you can also support your student in saying, oh, it looks like you're missing this. Let's get this in. And you can have it in one spot rather than all over the place, because the students get a lot of emails, as you'll see, and that can be real overwhelming for all of us. So the other thing is, if you look on the far left here, it says all assigned, returned, missing. So you can also see things in that way as well, okay? And be able to track it based on the different sections of what's due. But Greg, there was another way also where you were able to see all your classes at the same time. So can you show everyone that?
Yes. So what you're going to do, if you're in a class and you were wondering how to get out, you're going to go to these 3 lines here, go to the top and go to classes.
Okay.
And in classes, you go to do, here, let me go back. It's in the top left corner. You go to do work. And this is where you can see all your assignments that are assigned this week. So I have assignment due later, the next week, and I have assignments due this week. I have assignments that have no due date. Some teachers will put it as no due dates, but those are like. And then you can go here and you can see all of your students missing work.
Okay.
And this is where you see all the students missing work, and then you can go here and see all their done work. Only problem is done work. is that there's a lot of work that the students have been doing lately, and there's gonna be a lot. So right here I have 217 assignments done.
Isn't it amazing? And
That's
so good job, Greg. The other thing though that can happen, right, Greg, is you could have something show that it's done, that he submitted it, but within there, you might see a grade, right? If you click on there,
so
where was it? Like
I'll
work
go
that's
here.
done.
So like
It may
here,
be done. Yeah.
you'll see a grade right here on it. See, on this one I got a 90, but
Good job.
if a student, thank you. If a student submits it and they get a bad grade on it and the parents don't know, so when you usually go to it though, you can open it and you'll see it right here.
Perfect.
But,
so
yeah.
you can then see the assignment, the details of it. But what can happen too is you might, Greg, or some students may turn something in, but it may not be there, or the teacher may not see that work. And they may even write a little note saying, hey, and give a 0. So even if it says done, it may still have a 0. So it's important to look at the grade, or it may appear done, but not be done. So it's important to check to see whether the teacher submitted that. And then also, Greg, there was one last thing you mentioned. You have a class where you were invited into that class, but you're not necessarily a part of that class.
Yes.
So sometimes, right?
Yeah, so for some of the kids that are in my 8th grade forensics, they got invited to this, but we don't do the classwork in here. This is just for a different class. We had a meeting with social media today, so none of this is ours. So if you see like any so if they get invited to a class that they're necessarily don't do work in, because I didn't commit this class. I didn't take this class. I'm taking forensics. So this isn't, I don't have to do this work. This work is not mine. I have to do the class that I have, but if they get put into a class so this is an elective. Sometimes they'll get invite from another class, and once you get that invite, they'll have work in there, and they'll show it missing. Which in this one, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 missing assignments, and that's out of the 10 I have. So the majority of it is just this right here. So
and some of them you actually don't need to do because you're not in that class.
Yeah, I don't
need
need
to be invited into it.
So if you see, if your kid's telling you you're not in that class, they're not in that class, you can always ask the teacher. But the only thing why I'm in this class today is because we had a meeting. But that's it.
Got you. Perfect. Can you, one last thing, Greg, and I totally appreciate your help. Can you go to the 9 dots on the top right?
Right here?
Yeah, and so just realize this is for parents. Realize this is a way to go in and out of the email, the Gmail, but also to go to the Google Classroom and any materials that may be needed, even the drives in terms of where there's material that might be placed there. But all of that is available through Google Classroom. Okay. Yes. So I want to just thank you so much, Greg. I'm going to stop this recording now. Just give me a second here if I can. But thank you for your time and thanks for showing us. All right.
All right. So presenting.